Sometimes different things happen along our path in the day, in the week, in the month that get us distracted from what our real focus is because we didn't plan for it and we didn't even know it's part of the things that takes us away from what the actual goal is. So goal setting is a very powerful thing because it helps us to refocus when we are distracted. Life happens, we get distracted anyway, but when you have a goal set in place, when you have a goal written down, when you have a goal set in your mind to do, maybe daily, maybe weekly, maybe monthly, regardless of what happens around you, yeah, some tough things and you have to make tough decisions, it helps you to like go back onto the track and know that, oh, this is what I decided I'm going to do by the end of today. And we're halfway through the day and I'm not even there yet, so I need to get back on track and make sure I focus and do it. And when we are setting goals, there are different tips, different things to have in mind to help guide us to being able to achieve those goals. We know we have long-term goals, we have short-term goals. Some people will focus so much on short-term goals. Some people prefer to set long-term goals. And for me, as a person, I love to set long-term goals. I love to set short-term goals. And I love to set what I call mini goals. Because like I said, things happen. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a sister, I'm a daughter, and all this role of me being a woman has to be played. And in playing those roles, sometimes my own thing that needed to be done gets sidetracked. And sometimes ago, I would just like wake up. I remember, oh, I was supposed to do this thing. So I made it an habit to start setting goal for myself. And I will set a long-term goal. And I'll give you an example. If I set a long-term goal of in so years or in 1 year, I need to finish up writing this book that I'm writing. When I set a long-term goal of me being able to finish up a book that I'm writing in maybe a year or 2 years, then I set short-term goals of me being able to finish a particular chapter in about 6 months. So my long-term goal is to finish my book. My short-term goal is to make sure every 2 months I finish up 2 or 3 chapters well written. My mini goals that I say I do, my mini goals is going to be either daily or either weekly. Most of the times I go weekly for my mini goals, but I make sure I do a certain thing every day towards that week. And my mini goal will be when something comes to mind that I know is going in the book I'm writing, by the end of the week, I should be able to collate different ideas that came to mind and look at it. Then by next week, I'm already putting another one and look at it. And by the end of maybe the month, I'm putting all these ideas together and fine tuning every part that needs to be rewritten. And that is what goes into my bigger, like short-term goals. By the end of 3 months, I already have a chapter or 2 that will eventually go into my long-term goal. So in my mini goals, I have mini. Mini will be the things I do daily. So I might set my mini goal as me watching a documentary daily, me reading a chapter of a book daily, me researching daily about something that is relevant to what I'm doing for my short term or for my long term goal. Consistency matters when we're doing all these things because at the end of the day, like I said, as women, there are more. We have many roles, we juggle many parts, so we get lost in the mist sometimes. We get lost in the mist. We don't want to be lost in the mist, but it happens. So to prevent getting lost in the mist, you set those goals, you write them down. If you are like me that need to see it, I write them down. Sometimes I pin things to the wall so that I can just remember. And when I don't do it, I don't feel guilty, but it nudges me to the extent that when I wake up the next day, I want to do that which I forgot to do yesterday. And Setting a goal helps us to like uh get ahead of time. Also, when we set goals, we get ahead of time. It helps us to launch forward even more. It actually gives you the joy to want to do, because each and every day you see the realization of what you're doing. You feel fulfilled at the end of the day, and you see that you're moving closer and closer and closer to what your long-term goal is. Tips to setting goals and setting appropriate goals is, I will tell you to like list all the things that you need to do. List all the things that maybe you need to do long term, you need to do short term. And if you're like me, that I need to do mini short time, and prioritize them. It's not everything that needs to be set up and go for every day. Some has to wait for the other. But if you list them out and you rearrange them, you know what should come first before the other. Not doing one, then realizing, oh, I'm missing something. So list your goal, prioritize your goal. Okay, this is what I need to do first. This is what I need to do second. Also, when you list your goal, when you prioritize them, plan ahead of time. Plan ahead of time. And that is where the daily goals kind of come in. Because when you set a daily goal for yourself, it helps you to plan ahead of your short-term goals. It helps you to plan ahead of your long-term goals. Prioritize your goals, then plan ahead of time. Oh, if I need to do laundry today, which is my goal for today, then I plan ahead my timing, what I need to do, what I need to do, what I need to do, so that I can get my 30 minutes, my 1 hour at this so time to do laundry. Not because now I know I have to do laundry, I just wake up, go through the day and just do things here and there and here and there. At the end of the day, I don't get to the laundry. We prioritize goal, we plan ahead of time, and also I would say in setting goal, don't go for everything. That's back to being to prioritizing your goal. The little, the better. The little, the better. I've asked people, what goal are you setting for today? And I've heard something like to read a book, to read a book. And I think women that are more, when I say women that are more, you are more in everything. You are more like the one that holds your family together sometimes, and you're just up and doing regardless of what the world says. Some be like, oh, you need to kick your leg up and just enjoy yourself. You still enjoy yourself, but you focus also on your responsibilities. So for women that are more, making such goal is even realistic. I read books. I love to read books, but I can tell you, I don't read, except the book is 10 or 20 pages. I don't read a whole book in a day. I read little by little, bit by bit, so I can get to other things. So for such person, I say, oh, what's your goal for today? Say, I want to read a book. That's ambiguous. You want to say, oh, I want to read a chapter of this book today. That is more realistic. So the little, the better. It's easier to achieve that. So when you make little goal, it doesn't become so cumbersome for you that you start to feel overwhelmed. I'm like, okay, I can do this. I'm just gonna put this aside, and at the end of the day, your plan doesn't get realized. So the little, the better. Prioritize those goals, and when you prioritize your goals, make sure you plan ahead of time. And make sure what you're planning to do at a particular point, especially the daily goals, is not something that will become a burden on you. It's something that you can easily achieve. Because if you achieve that of today, you achieve that of tomorrow and the day to come, by the end of the week, you probably made an improvement in whatever that short-term goal is. So remember, prioritize your goal, plan ahead of time. Little is much more better. It's okay for goals to reoccur. It's okay for you to do something yesterday as a goal and do the same thing again today. and do the same thing again tomorrow. If that is the way it works towards your bigger goal, if that is the way it works towards your aspiration, it doesn't mean that, oh, I must do something different today, and I must do something different tomorrow, and I must do something different the other day. It can be the same. I'll give you an example. My goal this week is to impact 2 people daily. That is my goal this week, to positively impact 2 people daily. And I'm not talking about those, I mean, those of you listening to me right now are part of the people, but I'm not talking about the general people I maybe post video for. I'm talking about individual, one-on-one. So my goal is to impact 2 people daily, weekly goal, but that I work hard daily to make sure by the end of the week, I can say I've impacted this number of people. So going back to yesterday, was I able to impact 2 people yesterday? No. I spoke to a lot of people and I had conversation with different people, but I can categorically say I was able to impact one person fully that I'm aware of. I might have been able to impact other people that I had conversation with, but the one I was intentional about, that's the one I'm talking about right now. I was intentional about one person and I took my time to talk and explain what we were talking about to this one person. And at the end of the day, I knew that I was able to impact this one person. So that's the one that was obvious to me. So will I say I failed yesterday? No, I didn't reach my goal of 2 people yesterday. Maybe I reached my goal of many people. I don't know. But for me, I felt like I didn't reach my goal of 2 people yesterday, but that didn't mean that I failed, because today I'll do it again. And if I'm able to impact more than 2 people today, that's a plus. But if I'm not able to impact more than 2 people, I will still try and go ahead and go for those 2 people. So goals reoccur. That doesn't mean you failed yesterday. If you didn't do it well yesterday, if you cannot complete it yesterday, pick it up again today and go for it and do it, because you're more. And also make sure you are tracking your progress. When you do all those things, at the end of the day, look at what you did. Did I do this? Did I not do this? So that by tomorrow or by next week or by next month, you get at it again. Make sure you are tracking your progress. And once again, just a recap, goal setting is a very important thing, powerful thing towards us achieving a better, a bigger goal. It helps us to push towards achieving our aspirations. It helps us along the way so that we're not just moving through the motion. A lot of us move through the motions, like I wake up and I do things anyway, anyhow. Oh, I didn't pray in the morning. Father, help me. Oh, I did not do this. Oh, I was supposed to do that at 10 a.m. Now it's 2 a.m. Yeah, it happens. And nobody, it's not like anybody is better than the other. It happens. But when we set goal, it happens less. And it makes it much more better and easier for us to go through the day organized. So goal setting helps you along the way towards your goal, towards your aspiration, in your pursuit of purpose, in your ability to find purpose easily, faster. And in your goal setting, little tips I have for you: prioritize the goals. Don't go for everything. Prioritize which one is a priority right now. Which one do I need to do first? And when you prioritize, make plans. Make plans towards that one that you pick, maybe for the day, maybe for the week. Make plans ahead of time so that you are not just jumping into the audio and now everything is messed up. And the little, the better. You don't have to do everything at once. The little, the better. And goals can reoccur. So don't beat yourself up. If yesterday it didn't happen, if last week it didn't happen, thank God you're still alive. And thank God for life. You can go over it again and redo it and do it and do it until you achieve it. But I tell you, when you start setting goals, when you start working towards all those goal setting to get you to a place, you won't have to be going over and over and over and over again, because you'll be more focused. You'll be more focused. And if you lose track, you have something to bring you back. And if you've not been setting goal, you get on it. If you've been setting goal, you're doing good. Keep up the good work. And I hope our life becomes more easier, and in our pursuit of purpose, we get things done even much more better. Thank you for listening. And from the desk of the Woman and More, this is your girl Fumi Shiomi. I'm a purpose coach, and I help women like myself, like you, to figure out their path in life, to pinpoint what that purpose is. It might be anything. It might be anything. Not everyone is born to be in the career world. Not everyone is born to be a professional. Some of us are born to nurture. Some of us are born to mentor. Some of us are born to just help. So, whatever your purpose is in life, whatever God has ordained you to be, you can figure it out through the help of God and through some certain things that you need to do that can help you. And if you want to reach out to me, I'm open for conversation. My email is at thewomanandmore@gmail.com. And please reach out to me. Let's have conversation. And girl to girl, let's figure out what those purposes are. Have a wonderful day. Remember, you are a woman and more. Go out there and explore, achieve, encourage other people, and come back rejoicing because you're fulfilled. Have a wonderful day. Bye.